Hi, my scaffolding lesson plan is the beginning of our unit on the book I Am Malala. If anyone doesn't know it, it's about a girl from Pakistan who stood up for education. She believes in equal education for everyone, and because of that, she was actually shot in the head by the Taliban, but she lived to tell her story. So this is designed for 10th graders, and it's all about tolerance and reading the book, and then also they're going to select a social justice issue that they want to focus on. In terms of Common Core standards, there's a couple that I'm using for this lesson. It's RL 9-10.6, analyze a particular point of view or cultural experience reflected in a work of literature from outside the United States. Also SL 9-10.1, propel conversation by posing and responding to questions that relate the current discussion to broader themes or larger ideas. Actively incorporate others into the discussion. And then the last one is SL 9-10.1D, respond thoughtfully to diverse perspectives, summarize points of agreement and disagreement, and when warranted, qualify or justify their own views and understanding, and make new connections in light of the evidence and reasoning presented. So the whole point is to see what they know about Malala as well as other themes in the book and discuss it with their partners before we actually start reading the book. I hope you guys enjoy the lesson. Okay, class, today we will be starting the new book that we are going to be reading. It's called I Am Malala. Does anyone here know anything about Malala before we get started? How about you, Anthony? Yes, you're right. She is a recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize. Jessica? Yes, she was shot in the head. I'll read you guys the topic or the title. It says, "The Girl Who Stood Up for Education and Was Shot by the Taliban." So I see a couple of you guys that still have your hands up. So what I want to do in this time is I handed out the sheet. It's what you know. So the first part what you're going to do is what I already know about the book. So take a minute and briefly write what you know. So we already learned here, at least for those of you that haven't heard of her, that she was shot in the head, that she was a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Think of anything else that you might know about her. I'll give you a couple minutes to write that, okay? All right, it looks like everyone is done. So what we're gonna do is we're going to talk a little bit about Malala. But before we do that, I'm gonna show you guys a clip of hers where she is addressing the UN, so the United Nations, on her 16th birthday. So I'm gonna show you guys the clip now and see what you guys think about it. So, what did you guys think of the clip? Doesn't she sound amazing? Yep, so as you saw, she was actually shot for standing up for the education of everyone. So Malala believes that everyone should have equal education rights. And because of that, she was penalized by the Taliban, but fortunately she lived to tell the story, and so we're going to be reading her memoir. And so what we're going to do is we're going to discuss a couple questions in your groups. And so I'm going to give you guys a question. You guys are going to talk about it. You guys are going to briefly just turn your page over and write your answers to the question. Then we're going to pause and I'm going to ask you guys another question. And so the first question that I want you guys, and this is things that we might not know, or we might have a preconceived notion or a stereotype that we believe, but we're going to learn a little bit more and get clarified on it. So the first one we're going to do is, do Muslims believe women are inferior to men? Now, this question isn't meant to offend anyone or to say one thing or not. It's so that we can see what you guys think, because your opinion might change after we read the book. So go ahead and discuss amongst each other what you think. Make sure that it's respectful comments and that it explain your reasoning. Why do you think the way you do? And go ahead and write those notes down. So what you're going to write is what you personally think and what everyone else thinks. And that is, we're going to compare it later on. So I'll give you guys a couple minutes to talk about that. Okay. Looks like you guys are done with that question. The next question I'm going to ask you guys is, should females have equal opportunity for education as males? Now, a lot of people believe that women should be the ones that take care of the babies and should be the homemakers. So do you think that women should have equal opportunity for education as males? anytime you explain your opinion, you need to back it up. Make sure, again, you guys are being respectful of each other. These questions are hard questions. They're meant to get your guys' minds thinking and your opinions, but it needs to be free from hate. So give you guys a couple minutes to discuss that question. It looks like you guys are done. So the last question that we are going to talk about is lack of education the root of many issues in this world? So the basis for that question is that Malala's father, as we'll learn, he believed that a lot of the issues that are happening in Pakistan is because people don't have the education. So do you think that lack of education causes some of the issues? So think of some issues. Give us an example. If you say yes, this is why, no, this is not why, and discuss it as a group. And make sure you guys are writing it, your opinions. Okay? So it looks like everyone's done. So based on those answers, now I want you to go back to your KWL chart and you're going to say what I want to know about my topic. So maybe you want to know, why did they shoot Malala? Do Muslims believe women are inferior to men? Should females have an opportunity? What does Malala think? Does Malala think? So what we're going to do is you're going to write down a couple reasons of explain what you want to know about the book. And then what we're going to do after we're done is we're going to discuss it, and then we're going to read the prologue together. Okay? Let me know if you guys have questions. I'll, of course, like always, be walking around and checking to see if you guys have any questions and understanding. And I'd love to get some of your guys' individual opinions. So while you guys are working, I will be walking around.